It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York. I'm the one and only Commander Junior Hunter. Today is the Sabbath class. All right, we're gonna go over the Torah. We're gonna go over the praise in the English and in the Hebrew. And with that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give our people back something we've been missing for the longest. Get back to these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand? Teach our people the customs that we're supposed to uphold and keep. The instructions of the Most High that He gave us. You understand? So with that, Mariam. All right, this priest gonna state his name in his registry. The
Grand Bani Hadaban Yashala. Yabashim Yashabrakta.
The Grand Bani Howder. Yabashim Yashabrakta.
Yashala.
Panah HaKodam, we're gonna face east. Means face east. I'm gonna start off with the Lord's Prayer.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Qadash. Hayah. Isupk. Yahweh. Lashawan. Taba'ah. Hayah. Aisha. Baratza. Kawad. Hayah. Bashemayim. Atananiwa. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakino. Kabawatino. Kasalakino. Kabawatino. Wala'ah. Taba'ayno. Anasai 1. Abba. Awashayno. Mayun. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Watapara. Awalami. Amma.
All right, in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom, thy will be done. In the earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread. Forgive us, as we forgive our debts. Slack it. And forgive us in our debts. Right. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So, amen.
This is Akash, the power. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua. Baba Kasha. Natananiwa. Akash. Arapa'ah. Kamakala. Ukamarawa. Akash. Natahar. Hamatazarayim. Akash. Lahakwayum. Hamatiyum. Akash. Al-Rakawat. Hatama'ala. Nagar Shan. Bahashim Yahusha.
In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And or disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Ahahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Asha. Shemayim. Waharatza. Ayadan. Amawat. Regalka. Ayana Wam. Shamarka. Anala'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashun. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Ayad. Yamyanka. Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaika, Wayarak, Bala, Ya, La, Balaya, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makara, Yashamar, Aknapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aith, Wa'ad Awalon.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from the Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot. To be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee. By day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thee going out. And thy coming in. This time forth from evening forevermore.
From this time forth, even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Adam Yalaka. Adakarash. Adashakwat. Kayahana. Awiyabika. Yahamayawan. Wama Shanayika. Wama Shanayika. Lashawan. Ra'ash. Amika. Ya'ariam Wa. Sawad. Wa'ai. Wayata. Yataza Wa. Altaza Poinga. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanahakakidam. Magawa. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shem Yasha'ala. Awad. Kaya. Nawa'ai Tazawa. Lab. Yakadu. Ayaka. Baya. Yakarathwa. Ahaya. Adawam. Wayashamaya. Aliyah. Washamai Layam. Mawa'aba. Wahagarian. Kabah. Wamawan. Wamalak. Palashad. Amishabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Amam. Hayawa. Zawad. Laban Yalawat. Salah. Ashalaham. Kamadian. Kasi Yasara'a. Kayabian. Banakar. Washawan. Nashad Mawa. Nashamad Wa. But Ayan the Ira. Hayawa. Daman. La Adama. Shaitamwa. Na da Yabmawa. Nada Yab. Nada Yabmawa.
The Yahweh.
Kai Arab. Wakazabah. Wakazalamana. Kanasya Kamwa. Ashar. Amawa. Na ya Rasha. Lanyua. Ata. Na'awad. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. the Panya Rakah, Qadash, the Ba'aya Ya'ira, Ka'ala La'aba, the Lahat, Harium, Khan, the Radatma, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wapafka, Bahalam, Mala'ah, Hanyaham, Walawan, Wayabakashwa, Shamka, Yahawah, Ba Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ida Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawah, Labaka, Ayawan, Al-Kaha Rakza.
All right, it's the Psalms 83 prayer in English. Keep not thy silence, O Most High,
Keep not thy silence,
and hold not thy peace,
and hold not thy peace,
and be not still.
and be not still.
Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Below thy enemy make a turmoil,
They that hate thee have lifted up their head.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden
and
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, come and let us cut them off
They have said, come and let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from making a nation.
That the name Israel,
The name of Israel
Yasha'Allah, may be not no more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together with thy consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thy people,
They are confederate against thy people,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacle of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
the Moab,
of Moab,
and of the Hagarenes,
and of the Hagarenes,
the Baal,
Gabal,
Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
and the Philistines,
and the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
and the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them,
Assur is also joined with them.
have hoped,
They have hope in the children of life.
right. Salah,
Salah.
do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as Assyria,
as Assyria,
as to Jabin,
as to Japan,
as at the brook of Kishon,
at the brook of Kaisar,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They become as dung of the earth.
They become a stone for the earth.
Make thy nobles of Oreb
Make the nobles like a rib,
like Zabid, Zeb,
and as the Eb,
yea,
Yea.
all thy princes
of the princes,
as Zabah
as a Ba,
and as Zamunda,
and as a moon,
who said, let us take to ourselves the houses
who have said, let us take to ourselves the houses
of the Most High possession.
of the Most High possession.
Oh my, Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel and stubble before the wind,
make them like a wheel that stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountain on fire.
as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
in thy tempests,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy
and
storm.
make them afraid with thy storm,
Fill thy faces with shame.
with the face of shame.
They that may seek thy name,
That they may seek thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
let them be confounded,
Let them be confounded,
in trouble
in trouble,
forever.
forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame,
Yea, let them be put to shame,
and shall perish.
and shall perish. That you may know.
Slightly. That men may know
That men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name
whose name
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
art the Most High
of over all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right, sorry. Yeshabia, which means sit.
That's already 3 is on boot.
All right, we're gonna start off at Exodus chapter 40, verse 28, where the priest left off last week. All right, so this is the instruction that the Most High has given us to keep his holy convocations, the way we're supposed to serve him, and the way he instructed the Levites and the sons of Aaron. So that's what we're gonna start at.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 28. Vayasham Atah Masak Hapath Hapatath Lamashakan, verse 29. Wa'ath Mazabah Ha'ayla Sham Patath Mashakan Aha Mawa'id Waya Ayl Ayla wa Ata Ayla wa Ata Haman Hath Kasar Tazawa Yahweh Atah Masha. How many want me to read? Vayasham Atah Haka Yara Bayan Aha Mawa'id Wabawan. Oh no, that ain't it. Waban Wabayan Hamazabach Wayatan Shama Mayam Lara Hataza, verse 31. Waira Hataza wa Wara Hataza wa Mamana wa Masha Waharan Wabanawa Ata Yada Yaham Wata Regalaham. That's the one we're reading in English.
Yeah,
That's it. In the English. And he set up the hanging at the door of the tabernacle. Verse 29, and he put the altar of the burnt offering by the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation, and offered upon it the burnt offering and the Lord meat offering as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 30. And he set the laver between the tent of the congregation and the altar, and put water there to wash withal. Verse 31. And Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands and their feet thereat.
It's pretty simple, man. The Most High instructed us to do certain things a certain way. You know, it's really not hard to explain. I mean, the brothers went over it last week, you know, at the beginning of 40. You understand? It's just the same thing. Go ahead.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 40, verse 32 in the Hebrew. Aba'am, Ahalia, Ahala, Mawa'id, Waba Quan. Waba Quan.
You 32?
Yeah, I'm at 32. Waba Quan. But Tom. Waba Qua. Quara. Bam. Hamazaba. Waha. Yara. Ha Tazawa. Ka'ashar. Tazawa. Yahweh Atah Mashah. Verse 33. Wayaquam Matah. Ha Tazawra. Sabayab. Lamashakan. Wala Mazabach. Wayatun Atah Masak. Shar Tazawra. Wayakal Masha Atah Hama Laka. So like verse 34. Waya Kas Ha'ai 9 Ata Aha Mawa'ai Waka Bow. Oh, Salaki. What's it?
Where you at?
I'm at right after Mawa'ai on verse 34. What? I'm already there. Wad Yahweh Mala'ah Atah Hamashikan. Verse 35. Wala'ah Yakala Masha La Bawa'ah Ahala Mawa'id Kaya Shakan Iowa Ha'ai 9 Wabawad Yahweh Mala'ah Atah Hamashikan. Let me keep going.
Read it. That's about.
Stop at 33.
You stop at 33?
32.
32.
33. I know so. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 32 in the Hebrew. In the English. When they went into the tent of the congregation, and when they came near unto the Lord, they washed as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 33. And he reared up the court round about. And he reared up the court round about the tabernacle and the altar, and set up the hanging of the court gate. So Moses finished the work. Verse 34. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Verse 35. And Moses was not able to enter the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle.
And this is the difference between modern day and back then. Moses respected the Most High You understand? The glory of the Most High, while the glory of the Most High was in the tabernacle, Moses was not, he didn't go inside. You understand? He wasn't able, he didn't want to go inside. You know what I'm saying? That's the respect of the Most High that Moses had. But then you got here today in society. Niggas don't want to do what's right. Niggas don't want to listen to the Most High. Niggas don't want to follow the laws. Niggas don't want to do right. You understand? Niggas are hard-headed. They want to eat pork. You know, you got other men want to sleep with other men, wife. You got, there's all kind of laws being broke that the Most High didn't approve of. And we'll get on today or later on in the week. You know what I'm saying? About laws and things you weren't supposed to do. You understand? It's in the scriptures. This is the Torah. You know what I'm saying? This is the laws. Things we are to do and things we are not to do. It's real simple. It's not rocket science. It don't take some special type of, you know what I'm saying, person to understand the do's and the don'ts. You just do it or you don't do it. You understand? You follow the laws, you don't break the laws. Go ahead.
All right, let's see. Exodus chapter 40, verse 36 in the Hebrew. Waba ha'ai wa'ath ha'ai nan ma'al hamashakan yasai wa Banya, Yashra Allah, Bakal, Hamayam, verse 37. Wa'aim, La'a, Ya'ala, Ha'anan, Wa La'a, Yasai Wa, Aid, Yawam, Ha'ala, Ha'alatawa. Verse 38, Kaya, Ainan, Yahweh, Hamashikan, Yah, Wa, Mam, Wa'ash, Yath, Yaha, La Yala, Bawa, La Aya, Noah, Ka, Bayath, Yasha'ala, Bakar, Masha, Yawam. You want to finish that?
Yeah, finish it.
We have it, it's not.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's it. So that's 34. 36. All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 36 in the English. And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys.
Right, so basically, when the glory of the Most High left the tabernacle, we continue with our journey, right? And I'm gonna show you something. Keep reading. Read the next verse.
Okay. Verse 37. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not till the day that was taken up.
Right, so the Most High didn't move, we didn't move. You understand? The glory of the Most High didn't leave, we didn't leave. You understand? It's like having a GPS. You know what I'm saying? You GPS one way, going to one direction. You understand? And then you're going on a different path. You follow, you're going on a different path, you get lost, you get destroyed. You understand? Anything can happen on that wrong path you take. It's simple. The Most High give you GPS instructions, you follow the instructions. You understand? You get to your destination. You understand? Keep reading.
And if I may, that's loyalty.
Right. That's
You know what I'm
loyalty as
saying?
well. Right. Hey, go ahead, huh?
Verse 38. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys.
Right, so the Lord was Israel throughout all our journeys, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And show you how loyal he is to us, and we would pray him by not keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say if he love me, you do what?
Keep my commandments.
Keep the commandments of the Most High. It's simple. It's not hard. Don't take a rocket scientist, man, not to sleep with another man's wife, not to smoke weed, not to just do all the things that you can do that's against the Lord. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't take nobody special to do that. All you just be loyal, just like he was loyal to us. He was loyal to us. He freed us from the Egyptians. You understand? We can't be loyal to the Most High just to do some simple things he has. You understand?
We can't continue to live in being simple-minded. You know what I'm saying? Easily swayed by the ways of the world. You understand? A society meant to destroy you. You want to be a part of it. You want to take hold to everything, believe whatever they believe in, hear everything that they believe in, hear everything that they say. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you don't want to ignore the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Deny everything that we prove on a daily basis.
Especially our presidents, man. Our presidents don't care nothing about us.
But you want to vote.
You want to follow the so-called president, the so-called white man. You understand? You want to follow him in his destructive path because the Lord is going to completely annihilate him at the end. You understand what is all said and done? He coming back, he's going to get wiped out, he got a job to do, and he's going to be walked off the face of the earth.
The oppressor, if I may say that, my thoughts. The oppressor, he going to clean up everything that he messed up. You understand?
Right.
All that litter out in space, he going to clean that up.
Right.
You understand? He going to pick out cotton. That's the future for our oppressors and those who had us in bondage.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's only the right thing because every crime has a judgment, correct?
Right. There's no statute of limitation for murder.
Exactly. You understand? And they have done so wickedly throughout the whole earth.
Right.
Things go wrong whenever there's a wicked rulership. Things go extinct. Pollution. You can barely live. We eat poison on a daily basis.
Right.
You understand? I don't even think we drunk real water yet. You understand?
You don't know. You ain't gonna know what that's like to the kingdom.
We ain't gonna know what that's like to the kingdom. You understand? There's a hole in the ozone layer, man. Come on. Only a devil would do that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They made a whole genocide. They killed off millions upon millions of the Native Americans.
Right.
And taught them to suck it up. Made a whole celebration about it and made them celebrate it.
Forget about it. It's all on us a long time ago.
But they won't forget 9/11.
Right.
You understand? They won't forget the Alamo.
Mind you, the whole reason the Edomites our oppressors and rulership now is because we don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? All it takes is to get back to these laws to be the rulers of this earth again, like it was meant to be. You understand? The Lord made the world for our sake, for us to rule.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't expect to rule something if you don't know how to rule. And the only way you're gonna learn how to rule is by these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You understand? There's no brotherhood and you understand sisterhood in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities. You understand? We don't have no understanding of that. You understand? We don't celebrate the Lord's. You know? Well, we don't celebrate the Lord our holy days like we supposed to. The niggas want to celebrate Christmas and all this other kind of stuff.
You know.
You understand?
You know why we do that? Because we are victims of the Christian church.
Right.
We are victims of an oppressive system meant to keep us docile. You understand? Christianity has utterly, it hit harder, it worse than the crack epidemic. Because you can literally show a Christian how Christianity is nonsense. You can prove it in the Bible, where the scriptures are. You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. And they'll still try to sit there and deny it.
Right.
You understand?
Christianity is the
you understand? And so that's why the Isupk became what we do is so vital to our people, to wake us up. Because like I said, we are victims.
The water took a man journey hunter for holding it down.
You understand?
Like him, we wouldn't even have the truth.
He didn't compromise anything. He held it down. The brother slept in basements just to hold this truth down. You understand?
Right.
He been consistent since 1969, and hasn't departed from the truth since. You understand? The all adversity, the brother held it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a leader that we follow. He said the Lord put him to be an example for us, to show him how to be soldiers. You understand?
Right. All right. Yeah, let's get back to it. Yeah, man, this next book, we're going to go into Leviticus next. You understand? This is where it get a little bit more serious. You understand what I'm saying? Like everything a black man should learn how to do. Like, you want to be like the so-called white man. You want to shave your beard, have a clean face. You want to make it in his society. You understand? Ain't nothing manly about shaving what makes a man, shaving his beard. You understand? You want to dress like him. You want to do what he do. You want to be like him. You understand? But here in Leviticus, we're going to go over the do's and the don'ts. More of the do's and the don'ts, the laws. You understand? In Leviticus, we tell you not to be a homosexual. In Leviticus, it tell you not to shave your beard. You understand? Leviticus, it instructs you on how to be an Israelite. You understand? 12 tribes, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It instructs you on how to be that.
Right.
You are not being that. You are being just like your father.
Right.
The devil. You understand? So-called white man. You learning his ways.
You understand?
And I was thinking, I can tell you, you know what I'm saying, to love one another, do business with one another, you know what I'm saying, but I was, hey, deep attention yesterday, I went to go get some gas from the gas station, right? I realized it ain't just the Chinese people that drive Toyotas and Hondas. They rather do it too.
Right.
I went to like 3 different gas stations. I was busy yesterday. I realized, man, all these, you know what I'm saying, these heathens, they drive, they support each other.
Right.
You understand? But black men be selling barbecue or food on the corner of the street. Ain't nobody finna go there with black people.
You understand? If I may real quick.
Go ahead.
You understand? You see that brother pushing his car down in the hood, sending a Lotes, you understand? He want to sit there and rob him and hurt that brother.
Right.
You understand? He just trying to make ends meet for his family. He trying to get his business off the ground, and you want to sit there and destroy him. That's not showing brotherhood. How we ever gonna be a people if we keep kicking each other down?
Right.
You understand? We never gonna get anywhere with that.
That's just the top behavior. That's the top behavior, you know what I'm saying? We taught to hate and to oppress one another. Us not knowing it's oppression. Like they say crabs in the bucket, you know what I'm saying? That's their famous thing. They like talking about crabs in the bucket.
Right.
But who put those crabs in the bucket?
Exactly.
Nobody ever thought about that.
Right.
Go ahead,
You understand? This is just one more point, you know what I'm saying? 500 years of trying to come together with these people.
Right.
And 500 years of absolute hell with the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Time after time, year after year, second after second, they kill us, they shoot us down, they got their knees on our neck. You understand? They kidnapping our daughters and putting them in sex trafficking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They putting up our men on auction blocks, aka the NFL and NBA.
In prison.
You know what I'm talking about? A strong man that's in the prison giving our women welfare, feminism, the homosexuality movement. All that just keep us docile and destroyed.
Right.
We never gonna come about this place if we keep on trying to be a part of this society. You understand? This is why the book of Leviticus is so vital. You understand? The same book that your Christian pastor said that it's done away with.
Right.
But he makes y'all pay tithes.
He's a tithe man too.
He gonna miss that tithe. He gonna make sure they pay that donation bucket go around about 5 times.
Right.
You understand? He gonna get his for the day. You understand? He gonna pay that note on that Bentley or that Benz. You understand?
That copter, whatever he trying to buy, he buying the cash.
Pastor pulling down in a helicopter. You understand?
Right, man. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Our leadership, we ain't been taught to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We ain't been taught nothing.
Right.
You understand? We completely ignorant to the laws of the Most High.
Right.
You understand? It's crazy how pastors can say, well, all the laws are done away with. But the tithes, we need that.
Yeah,
that's the only law that didn't get done away with. Out of all the laws, out of 613 laws, You understand? 612 got done away with. We gonna keep this one law though, because that was important.
Yeah.
As if the other one was not.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying?
You running them churches like Death Row Records, man.
All right.
You understand? You better not miss your ties, or they gonna say you got a demon on you or something. You know what I'm saying? You understand, man? See,
Pastor church. Look, pastor collection plate around so much. You gotta get up out of there. 'Cause you ain't got no more money to spell.
you gotta go to the restroom. Man.
Come out of there. You ain't got no more money, all right?
You understand?
Going home. I done pay 30% of tithes a day.
You know what I'm saying? That it's in this witchcraft because they get that music jumping.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They say, you know, everybody around that got a demon on them, jumping around, eyes from the back of their head.
I seen a post on Facebook that asked how many people fake the Holy Ghost in the Christian church. People trying to say, yeah, man, I done done that a bunch of times. I had the whole church crumb.
Oh, man.
Man, that's wicked.
That's wicked.
You understand? They're not
Yeah.
catching demons. Passing the demon from one another. Demon and demon and not having a ball. Like, that's his favorite place to be in the church. Demon love to be in the church. You catch homosexuals in there, pastors, women teachers, and
Man, the homosexual is the choir director.
oh yeah, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? The most effeminate thing you could do is be the choir director and play the tambourine.
Right.
You a big masculine man banging that tambourine.
Right.
Come on, that's effeminate, man.
They turn gangsters, niggas be in the street, disrespected in the streets, into homosexuals in the church.
Even that, even being a gangster in the street is a product of Christianity.
Right.
Because there's a church on every block. Why is there still drugs being pumped into the neighborhood?
I watched something, Kappa had did a count one day. It was like sometime last year. Maybe a year before that, I don't know, one of the two. But he looked up the churches in a 5-mile radius. It was like 500 some churches, almost 1,000 churches.
Good night.
In a 5-mile radius. You understand? That's how you know. And these supposed to be people that's a leader in the black community to teach you what to do to please the Most High.
Right.
You understand? They teach you everything that goes against the Lord.
Right.
You understand? They got holidays and get-togethers and they serving ham in the congregation.
Come on.
You understand? They feeding the people ham, unlawful animals.
Right.
They allowing homosexuals to be homosexuals. They allow a drug dealer to be a drug dealer and collect that drug dealer money. You understand?
Right.
You're not supposed to do that, man. Like, you can't, once you come to Isupk, you can no longer be what you were in the world. You understand? You can't be a drug dealer. You can't be, you know what I'm saying, a gangster. You can be a gangster for the Most High.
Right.
But you can't be some brother that, you know what I'm saying, that without a hesitation will shoot their brother. You understand? Because you learn brotherhood. You learn sisterhood once you enter the Isupk.
You understand? And if I may, you know what I'm saying, this is the difference between the Christian church and the ISBK. And why we boast so much about BBK, you know what I'm saying? It's because we take gangsters, drug dealers, thugs, criminals, gangbangers, whores, strippers, you name it, and we turn them into righteous people,
Right.
men of renown, modest women. We teach them how to live correctly after being dead for so long, finally having some breath.
Right.
You understand? You know what kind of evil bastard you have to be to take somebody's language and that nation of people have to relearn their whole nationality from scratch. Struggling with Hebrew. Having to go into books just to find out who we are. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm thankful for the men before me and above me that sacrificed so much so I would know who I am. So I could be the man that I am today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't deserve this. You understand? So that whenever you come in here, you coming through these doors, do not take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a revolution against the whole world, what you just did, even stepping in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Isupk is one of the most hated amongst the hated. You understand? That's because we are loving black people. Right? We're hated because we love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we giving them back that culture. You understand? No other patient. People prefer to have their culture lost and completely stolen. You understand? And coming to the truth. They prefer to be a Christian. They They prefer to be a Muslim. They prefer to be everything else but what the Lord loves. You understand? As an Israelite, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. These other heathens, they want to be all so bad. That's the cold part. They wish they could keep our laws.
Right.
I mean, they can keep them, but they ain't gonna get nothing out of it from keeping them.
If I may,
Go ahead.
the Lord said if He would have gave these heathens our laws, that they would have done right.
Yeah, right.
And if I may, He did.
Right.
Look at Amalek right now. The fake Jews in Israel right now. Prospering.
Believe like that. They like the top richest people.
They got their hands in every last bank, every last school, every last prison.
Right.
All that money going towards them. And they practicing.
In they communities.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's going right back into their communities. And I don't think it's years away from there. Unless they go travel. You understand? So imagine what we can do with our laws, statutes, and commandments. Imagine how far we can go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they already want to be like us. We already give them so much flavor. They want to dress like us, rap like us, talk like us. We give them everything. We teach them how to dance. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So just imagine how far we would go.
I mean, the devil is supposed to speak of oppression. Alright, so we're gonna go up to Leviticus. We're gonna get that going now. Going to Leviticus in the Hebrew and the English. The water.
You see?
Huh?
You back up.
We're gonna go into the Hebrew. We're gonna read Leviticus 1:1.
Okay. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 1. Wayakwarwa. Mashah, Wayadabar, Yahweh, Alaya, Alyawa, Salaki. Ma'aha, Mawa'id, La'amar. Verse 2, Dabar, Banya, Yashra Allah, Wa Amar. What's that? Should I change the title?
Maybe it's a glitch or something. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
This one. Rath,
Version.
verse 2. Alam, Alham, Adam, Kaya, Yaqua, right? Yaqua, Rayab, Makam, Ban, Yahweh, Man. Oh, let's skip those. Haba. Oh, it's like Hama. Haba. Man. Bakwar. Waman Hatazaan Taquara Ba Taquar Ya Bawa Ata Quora Ba Korban Kam. Verse 3, I'm Ilah Korba Korbanawa Man Habaquar Zakar Tamayam Yaquar Banawa Patath Ahar Mawa'id Yaqua Rayab Atawa Larataza Nawa Napanya Yahweh. Verse 4. Was Samak Yadawa Al Ra'ash Ha'ai La Wana Rataza Wana Rataza Lawa La Kapar Aliwa. Verse 5.
All right, read it in English.
This is book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 1 in the English. And the Lord called unto Moses and spake him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, verse 2, speaking to the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd and of the flock.
All right, so this is the law on offerings. You understand how to sacrifice unto the Most High. This is how we used to do it back in the day. Go ahead.
Verse 3. If his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish.
Right, so give me the definition of blemish. Let's get the understanding of what blemish is. It said without blemish. You can't just give any animal, you know what I'm saying, that sacrifice any kind of animal to the Most High. It had to be a special type of animal. You got that?
This is the Google definition of blemish. Mm-hmm. A small mark or flaw.
A what?
A small mark or flaw.
The animal that you sacrificing to the Most High had to be perfect. You couldn't have a small mark nor a flaw. You understand? Go ahead.
Which spoils the appearance of something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, so this had to be a perfect sacrifice. You understand, to the Most High. All right, go ahead. Read the.
Verse 4. And he shall put his hand. Verse 3. He shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. Verse 4. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make an atonement for him.
All right. So this is how you used to, you back in the day, you sacrifice an animal, you make it right. You know what I'm saying? You atone for it. And it had to be a perfect animal, one of the best that you had, right? And see, today we don't even have to make sacrifices no more. When Christ came and he died, he was the last sacrifice. You understand? So, go ahead.
It's also, the Lord already owns all the animals. He owns everything. So why would you give him something that he already owns to atone for your sin? What he wants, the sacrifice, is a contrite heart, a broken spirit. You understand? He wants you to not do it no more. stay away from sin completely. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't want to. The Christian church, you can do whatever you want. You can live life as deliciously as you please.
You've been taught that you can be perfect, that you can't be perfect. It's impossible. They was taught you to go against perfection.
Right.
They was taught you not to strive for perfection. They tell y'all, man, well, you can't be perfect. Christ was the only one that was perfect.
Right.
You know, he had a whole bunch of problems in the Bible, but that was perfect, actually. You know what I'm saying? Job was perfect.
Wasn't he not? He was probably when he took it up.
But it was, you talking about Elijah?
Enoch got taken up too, didn't he?
You talking about when Elisha was there, right?
No, Enoch is Old Testament.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. Elijah is too.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You talking about, I know what you're talking about, bro, but, you know, you got, if I'm mistaken, Abraham was perfect too. It's a whole bunch of prophets that were perfect.
Right.
In the scriptures and Christianity tell you and teach you that it's impossible to be perfect. They don't want you to strive for what the Most High really wants you to do.
Right.
You understand? They're paid to, like, Christianity is a hustle. It's like a different form of illegal pimping.
Right.
That's what Christianity is. These guys is pimps.
If I may.
Go ahead.
The reason why they say that we can't be perfect is because Christianity was taught how to break down the Bible from a people who are imperfect.
Right.
Who weren't ever meant to be perfect, who are wicked, who was born. What did the Most High call him? He was profane. He was a profane fornicator from the womb.
He was born crooked.
Born crooked. You understand? That's who they learned the Bible from. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get no correction or no correct breakdowns from people that hate
Or
you.
understand it.
Exactly.
And it's so ironic because the white man used the Bible, you understand, to find another kingdom that was already his.
He used in the apocrypha. You understand?
He used the scriptures to find them over here.
It's called blood.
That's how they got found, through the Bible. You understand? That's why we say what we say, man. The white man is an oppressor. He's our oppressor. You understand? He was made to oppress us. We too busy trying to cling to him and befriend him. You understand? We don't know just the smallest things or the smallest things that are pleased the Most High. We don't understand it. We have no knowledge of it. Go ahead, Doc. You started 5.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 5 in the Hebrew. Washahat, Atah, Ban, Habakwar, Lapanya, Yahweh, Yahakwa, Ra, Bawa, Banya, Aran, Habahana Wam, Yam, Ata, Hadam, was a requar, Ata, Hadam, Al Hamazabach Sabayab Ashar Patath Aha Mo'ai. Verse 6. Waha Shayath Ata Ha'ayla wa na the tithe ata la ta ha ya. Verse 7. Wa na Wanathath, Nawah, Banya, Aran, Hakahan, Ash, Il, Hamazabach, Wa'ai, Rakawa, I Tazawam, Il, Ha'ash, verse 8, Wa'ai Rakawa, Banya, Aran, Hakahan, Atha, the Hayam, Atha, Ra'ash, Wa'ath, Hapadar, Ha'ai Tazayam, Ashar, Ha'ash, Ashar, Hamazabach. Verse 9, Wakwabawa, Ra'ayowa, Yarahas, Bamayam, Wahakwatar, Hakahan, Atha, Hakal, Hamazabah, Ilah. I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 10 now.
Read the English.
Come. What was it?
You left at verse
5,
6.
6.
You started from you did.
I can start it from the come. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 5 in the English. And he shall kill the bullock before the Lord, and the priest, Aaron's sons, shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood around upon the altar, that this by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 6. And he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into his pieces. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire upon the altar and lay the wood in order upon the fire. Verse 8. And the priest, Aaron's sons, shall lay the parts, the head, and the fat in order upon the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. Verse 9. But his inwards and his legs shall he wash in water, and the priest shall burn all on the altar to be burnt sacrifice and offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord.
Right, this is how to offer. This is how to do a perfect sacrifice, a perfect offering to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And what Black Hispanics took for granted was we did this so much that the Lord said He didn't even want sacrifices anymore. You understand? He had stopped accepting sacrifices from us because we abused it. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point we started sinning on purpose and then want to, do a sacrifice every time. Like Black Hispanic America got to understand, man, that, what we going through now is nothing new. You understand? We've always been going through this or put in this type of predicament. You know what I'm saying? It only lasts for so long. We be oppressed by another nation of people. You understand? And the Lord will save us because we decided we wanted to get our head right. And then years later, we forget the oppression we was in, start back doing what we want to do, and we start getting oppressed again by another nation because that's how the Lord always punished us.
Right.
He punished us through captivity. You understand? That's what we got to learn how to do. We got to learn how to just keep these laws. You understand? Get back to the Most High, so the Most High can help us get the hell out of hell right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The longer it takes, mostly, like a lot of people say, that, you know, Christians believe we waiting on Christ to get back. But really, Yahweh waiting on us to get right before he comes. He's not gonna come and help, come and save, you know what I'm saying, niggas who sleep with other niggas' wives, pork eaters, you know, adulterers, and, you know, all kind of just sinners. He's not gonna come and save them, bro. He's waiting on us to get right. You understand? That's why the scripture say, here's the passion of waiting, and the saints, like the saints, niggas who do right. That's what they're waiting on. Christ is waiting on, the Most High waiting on niggas to do right. We've been far too oppressed too long. Like, it's time to get back to these laws, understand it. You understand? You're gonna learn it. And every Sabbath class, you're gonna learn more and more and more until you have an understanding of, okay, well, this is what I need to do. Maybe this is the way to get out. Like the Christian church, you go, you learn one or two, maybe 3 scriptures, it depends on the pastor feeling. You understand? And that's basically it. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? We've been oppressed for so long, man. We can't even fathom rulership. You understand? We couldn't even imagine being on top for once.
Right.
You understand? And it's our rightful place to be on top. You know what I'm saying? We don't belong at the bottom. At the bottom. The Bible says that he's seen servants riding on horses. You understand?
Right.
He's seen servants being masters over masters. You understand? That's not the correction. That's not the correct order. You understand? That's not how things should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got to gather ourselves together. You know what I'm saying? You try Christianity, you try Buddhism, you know what I'm saying? You try Catholicism, you try Hinduism, you try banging crystals together. You know what I'm saying? Boiling herbs in the pipe, trying to make spells and stuff. You tried that. How about you try serving the Most High?
Right.
You understand? The correct way. Learn your true history. You know what I'm saying? Because you have an identity, but you now must learn it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it?
Yes.
All right, this is good. I mean, we make, like the Spanish and Native American, bro, we make it harder than what it really is. You know what I'm saying? But we make it real harder than what it really should be and what it is. You understand? It don't take no rocket science, like I keep saying. The order is right here in the scripture. Brother reading it, bringing it out right now, in the English and the Hebrew. So there's no misunderstanding. There's nothing that you can't get. You understand? It's giving you the order on how to do things. All you got to do is do them. Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 1, verse 10. Hatazan Korabawa Man Shab Yam Awa Man Ha'ai Za Yam La'ai La Zakar to Mawam Way Kor Ya Ba Ya Kor Ya Banua. Verse 11. Washahath Atawa Aya Yarak Hamazabach Sapana Lapanya Yahweh Yaza Rakor Banya Aran Nai Hakahan Yam Hakahanyam Ata Da Marwa Hamazabach Sa Bayab. Verse 12. Waya Wana Tata Atawa Lana Ha Yawa Wa'ath Ra'ashwa Wa'ath Pada Rawa Wa'ai Rock Hakahan Atham Ayah Ha'ai Tazayam Bashar Ayah Ha'ash Asar Ayah Hamazabach. Verse 13. Wahak Korab Raha Wahak Ra Ayam Ya Ra Has Bamayam Wahakwa Rab Hakahan Ata Hakal Wahakwa Tayyar Hamazabach Ayla Hawa Aisha Raya Naya Hach Yahweh. Verse 14. Wa'aim Man Ha'ai Wap Ayla Kwa Ban Nawa Yahweh Waha Kwa Ram Man Hata Ra Yum Iwa Man Banya Haya Wa Now Haya Wa Na Ata Korab Brawa.
Go ahead and switch it.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 1 verse 10. And if his offering be of the flocks, namely of the sheep or goats, for a burnt sacrifice, he shall bring a male without blemish. Verse 11. And he shall kill it on the side of the altar northward before the Lord, and the priest Aaron's sons shall sprinkle his blood round about the altar. Verse 12. And he shall cut it into his pieces with his head and his fat, and the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. Verse 13. But he shall wash the inwards and the legs with water, and the priest shall bring it all and burn it upon the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice and offering made by the fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 14. And if the burnt sacrifice from his offering to the Lord be of fowls, he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or young pigeons.
All right. Switch to the one.
Verse 15. Wahakwa Rab Bawa Hakahan Hamazabach wa Malak Ata Ra Ashwa Waha Kwa Tawa Tayar Hamazabach Wana Ma Taza Wamana Taza the Mawa Al Quayar Hamazabach. Verse 16. Wahasayar Ata Mara An Mora Mora I Athwa Bana Taza Ha Wahashala Yak Ata Itazal Hamazabach. Verse 16. Qua Dama Al Makwawam Ha the Shan. Verse 17. Wayasha Sa'ai. Salak Washa Sai Atawa by Kapawa Ya Daya Waha Kwa Tayar Atawa Hakahan Hamazabah Ha'ai Tazayam Asar Ha'ash Ayla Hawa Asha Raya Nayach Yahweh. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 1 verse 15 in the English. And the priest shall bring it unto the altar and wring off his head and burn it at the altar, and the blood thereof shall be wrung out at the side of the altar. Verse 16, and ye shall pluck away his crops with his feathers, and his cat and cast it beside the altar.
So like you started 14.
Back to verse 14. And if the burnt sacrifice of his offering to the Lord.
So this is if you sacrifice, like an animal that has wings. Go ahead.
Come. For his offering to the Lord be of fowls, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or of young pigeons. Verse 15, and the priest shall bring it unto the altar and wring off its head and burn it on the altar, and the blood thereof shall be wrung out at the side of the altar. Verse 16, and he shall pluck away his crop with his feathers and cast it beside the altar on the east part by the place of the ashes.
So basically, it's certain parts of the animal you will sacrifice and certain parts of the animal that you wouldn't sacrifice. Those will be taken out. The ones that you don't sacrifice and the rest of the animal will be, burnt on the altar. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 17, and he shall cleave it with the wings thereof, but shall not divide it asunder, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar, upon the wood that is upon the fire. It is a burnt sacrifice and offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. If I may, it ain't talking about they eating,
Right.
that they preparing it to cook. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat the feathers. You know what I'm saying? You basically cast off the unsavory things upon the offering. You understand? Because offerings were given to the priests for as food.
Right, like fried chicken, for example.
Yeah.
That's in the Bible too.
Fried chicken in the Bible.
Right. But basically, you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't just sacrifice any kind of creature to the Most High. You wouldn't just take it, put it on some wood, and then just set it on fire, and that's a sacrifice. Now, it had to be a perfect animal, a certain kind of animal. And then if it was an animal, that flew, it had to be a certain type of animal, a turtle dove or a pigeon. You know what I'm saying? And then you pluck out the feathers and follow the instructions on how to present the sacrifice to the Most High, the offering. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's very simple. It's in the scriptures to do. It's in the scriptures on how to present it. Like this is the law that our ancestors kept. You know what I'm saying? Then you got us here in today's society. We don't keep neither. We don't keep one law, except for the tithe. That's the only thing we do. You know what I'm saying? We tied to the wrong people. We tied to the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to these laws, statutes, commandments, and we need to be like our ancestors. You understand? Our ancestors had it great, had it going on. The Lord was with them. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the time when we was doing right, He was with us. We was doing wrong, He wasn't with us.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? He taught us a lesson. It's called oppression by another nation. You know what I'm saying? If I'm mistaken, David preferred, it was like, he had the choice. When David had sinned against the Most High, he was told not to do something, he did it anyways. You know what I'm saying? He was even warned before he did it. You understand? And if I'm mistaken, the Most High gave him like 3 options. You understand? To be oppressed by the enemy, to lose at the hand of the enemies, or a plague or something like that, and the angel of death coming in for like 2 days, and the plague for like 3, and I forgot how long, the hand of the enemy would oppress, how long that would be for, but, David decided he preferred for the angel of death to come into, the city and kill. And that was worse. That was bad. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to show you that, our ancestors we wasn't weak. We prefer to die than be oppressed by enemies.
Right.
And in today's society, we just giving up our life. We giving it up. You know what I'm saying? We're allowing the white man to come and tell us how to live our life.
If I may.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Now we hands up, don't shoot.
Right.
You understand?
It's like go to.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, they have fully made us submit to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the point we want to be just like them. We want to be just as bad, much of a killer as the white man that the oppressor is. You understand?
We have learned our lesson in 40 years. Martin Luther King marched, got shot with water hose and beat up and beat and is all the way destroyed. Just to sleep with white women.
Why they shoot Martin Luther King? Wasn't he about love? You know what I'm saying?
It's all about love. He loving a white woman. You know what I'm saying? He
said,
hated black women.
He said, I'll be a nigga tonight. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying?
It's for the night though.
It's for the night. Tomorrow I'm Martin Luther. Tonight I'm your nigga. You understand?
Yeah, we wouldn't even bought that. That's a whole different little lesson. That man name was Michael King. OG Mike.
Yeah,
That's his name.
You know what I'm
OG
saying?
Mike.
You know what I'm saying? And they killed him once he realized where the rest he was going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically when he got tired of sleeping with white women, I guess, I'm like, I don't know, so, but
He get caught too
I
much.
know he gave our people and betrayed our people to sleep with white women. You understand? And now we destroying the Qadash society. You understand? We don't know anything about the Mossad. We
Right.
don't know anything. You tell a black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you know what I'm saying, he's an Israelite, according to the Bible, a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that the Lord loves him and only him. And he gonna be like, well, what about everybody else? Even my old man, I just recently started talking about them. You understand?
Right.
He talked for about 30 minutes. I'm waiting for the point, because you know how pastors and Christians is. Christians talk so long, they lose you. Like, and me, I got a kind of like a short attention span. You understand? And I'm with him. I'm listening to him. He starts going. I just let him speak just to see what he was going to eventually get at. So he jumping all around the Bible. Okay, yeah. I'm just letting him speak. He said all that, and then he tell me, he said, what's my point? Here's my point. Never got to it. I'm like, I got so excited. I'm like, yeah, it's my time. We finally hit this point. What's my point? Hold on, stick with me now. Nah, I can't. You're losing me. You everywhere. You all over the place. You understand? So, make a long story short, he did all of that jumping around the Bible, picking the scriptures he wanted to pick.
John 3:16.
Nah, he ain't go there. It was all in Psalms and, it was everywhere. But it had nothing to do with what he was talking about. He did all that just to say that God loves everybody. I'm like, man, so, and he keeps referring to the children of Israel. He's not saying us, he's talking about them. He's saying them. Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to share our blessings so much with other nations of people, and we do not get the same in return. These other nations of people, they hate us, they despise us. Only thing they want is the dollar out your pocket. That's it.
The Lord shows us what happens every time we try to come together and give them what we got.
Right.
Or make a certain covenant with them. They consume us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord ain't with that. He wants us to be holy, set apart, separated from these people. The only thing that they can do is work a plantation and the kingdom won't be with them not make it. You understand? It ain't gonna be no covenant. It ain't gonna be no compromising with no enemy. You understand?
Right, not compromising, negotiating.
Negotiating, none of that. Because we learned from what happened last time we did that. And every time that we did that, you understand? So this is why we have to be for ourselves. We have to be selfish. We have to gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sitting up here trying to love everybody. You know what I'm saying? We tried that already. We've been trying that for years. But
Man, we've been trying to love other nations since we've been a nation.
right. That's what I'm
You
saying.
understand? Nehemiah had to get on our back about it. And it's just all over the Bible. I mean, it's so much in there, and it's all over the place that it's just really hard to just pick certain books and be like, oh, well, that's not in there. Like, we've been loving other nations since we've been a nation. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to cleave to these other people. You know what I'm saying? We have our little spits and spats. Like, you have, you know what I'm saying, traders that'll come up and, pass up on a black, Hispanic, and Native American woman for a dog. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get fleas.
In the kingdom, we ain't gonna have no coons, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be none of that. We gonna only lay down with our women. You know what I'm saying? And our women, they gonna lay down with men of their nation. You understand? And ain't gonna be none of that going, getting fleas from dogs and stuff like that, man. We good on that. You feel me? There's nothing more beautiful than a black, Hispanic, Native American woman. You understand? The woman of Israel. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got, really.
You see, we've been taught today in society that the only way for you to make it is to be with a white man and be with a white woman. Like these Negroes get rich, first thing they do is go get a white woman.
Go get a white woman.
These sisters, they got a little money. First thing they want, they think gonna make them happy is a white man. It was actually a study that most women that, you know, of color that sleep, black, Hispanic, and Native American, that sleep with white men, eventually, while they having sex, that white man calling her a nigga. Yeah, it come out at least once. It's a study about it. You can look it up. It was all over the internet. But yeah, even white men, like eventually, sometime in that relationship, they're going to call you a nigger. I'm meant to be with them. We to be with a black, Hispanic, and Native American woman. Can't wait till we get to the interracial law and Deuteronomy. It's there, like it's there. It's a law. It's laws there. You know what I'm saying? What stops us from being like these other nations? Like our law is what makes us different from other people.
If I may say.
Go ahead.
It was there in Genesis. You understand?
Right, yeah.
Genesis chapter 6. You understand? Where the sons of God will sleep with the daughters of men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't talking about angels. I was talking about men sleeping with heathens.
Right.
You understand? And that's why the Most High flooded the earth. That's how much he dislikes interracial marriage.
Right.
And that's why these books in this Bible are so important. You understand? So that we won't go sleep with a dog, you know what I'm saying, like kiss fleas, you know what I'm talking about?
Right. Most I hates the other nations of people. He just don't like them. Right. You know what I'm saying? The little blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, there ain't no changing that. It ain't no getting over that. It ain't no negotiating about it. It ain't no plead for the whites. There's no way you're going to be able to plead for the life of these other nations of people when Christ get back. You know what I'm saying? There's no way impossible. It's not going to happen. The best thing you can do is follow these laws, statutes, commandments. And the thing is, we try to love other nations so much, and the people that's really out here needing love are the people that's not getting enough of it. It's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Like, I don't love the other nations of people because I ain't got enough love to go around. Right? I don't got enough love to go around and love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and love the white man too, and love Chinese people. That's stretching me too thin. You understand? When really my people are the only ones that's not getting enough love. Like, you know, we have such a lack of love in our community for one another that even our own people don't love us. Right? Niggas hate niggas. Niggas hate Hispanics. Hispanics hate niggas. Native Americans. You understand? Just
if I may, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said earlier, man, we ain't never gonna we hate the brother in the hood that we see every day. You understand?
Right.
Just for him being there. Just if you look in the eye too long, you understand? You don't like him. You gon', hey man, what you looking at, bro? You know what I'm saying? You gonna want to kill him. You want to take his head off. You know what I'm saying? But let a white man look you in the eye. You don't wave at him. You know what I'm talking about? But you hate that brother that you grew up with in the hood. You want to kill him. You see his shoes. You want to take them. You understand? You ain't gonna bother no white man that's walking his dog in the hood, gentrifying it. You understand?
Alright, with that, I'm gonna get ready to end the second class. You understand? Next week. So, Marty.
Lashawan.
Lord's Prayer. All right, so Wapanah Hadam, which means face east.
This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Bashamaya.
Bashamaya.
Qadash.
Qadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Isupk.
Isupk.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lafaka.
Lafaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Manazayaka.
Manazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Asha.
Asha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Awa.
Awa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamaya.
Bashamaya.
Natananiwa.
Natananiwa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Ka.
Ka.
Yuwam.
Yuwam.
Wasalaki now.
Wasalaki.
Kabawaki now.
Kabawaki.
Kasalaki now.
Kasalaki.
Kabawaki now.
Kabawaki.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Taba'ai now.
Tabayin.
Wanasai one.
Wanasai one.
Abba.
Abba.
Awashai now.
Ashai.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rad.
Rad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalak.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Watapara.
Tapara.
La'awalamim.
La'awayim.
Aman.
Aman. In English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done
Thy will be done
in the earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive
and
us
forgive us
and our debtors, and our debts,
for our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver
but
us.
deliver us
Thine is the kingdom,
from evil.
so like from evil.
From evil.
Thine is the kingdom,
Thine is kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen. All right, sorry. Salute the Torah. Body. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Brakiyah. Go again. I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters, to all the brothers and the sisters. Madi Shabbat, Madi, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'tah. So, Lord, courtesy salute to the sisters, Madi Shabbat, Madi, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'tah. Son of Christ.